welcome to the stream. Oh, unique ring to start it off with. Let's have a look. A Manald heal, but of course. Ha! Into an Oculus. Well, that's something. Definitely something. That ring had just been, you know, something a little bit spicier, that would be a very good run. Lumber? Not the rune, starting with how we're after. Well, that was a very lucky first run. If only that Manald had been well. I mean, I would have accepted a... Oh, mind you, I'd say Ravencross, but I've got a few in the stash. BK or an SOJ for sure. thinkable yet. Spectral shard. No, that's not the spectral shard, is it? I should know. It is. No, storm spike or something. Storm spike. Got there in the end.
I can't carry it.
Always 35, but one socket. Yeah, 3. Missed 2 to skills, but absolutely no damage on it or attack speed. Mayhem in here. Two to talk skills and no cast rate, so we'll grind bother.
I am overburdened.
Oh, fan of war. Sorry, mate. I was cool, drifting off into the pit runs. Well, actually, the very first run was pretty good there, as you can see. That was consecutive elites dropped that. So one elite dropped the unique ring, and I hadn't identified it. Got on to the next elite, and it was Noctis. So hopefully, a sign of things to come. The ring being a Maneld, but we'll skip over that. I think it was like 2 streams ago, had my luckiest ever 15 minutes. I didn't just pay attention to that 1 second, sorry. This is why I go on concentrate Barb. Yeah, just some incredible drops. It's obviously there in my under live streams. Yeah. Included yet another Griffin's Eye, but it was more the rear boots. So I had 105 in total on the resistances, plus 20 bucks a rumble, a little bit of dex, and poison length reduced. Perfect on the poison list as well. So yeah, what else was in that stream? Can't remember, but oh yeah, and a unique legendary mullet. So that was 50 minutes, 5-0, so I've never had 50 minutes like before. Oh, and a 220 sword came off, got that one. So that's how it goes. Yeah, that's I was a little bit shaken up by that. Yeah, I actually did like they do on like football games. Got out the live action replay, so it's analysed it, and my conclusion was it's like, well, if I'd make a glaring issue, I'd be like, oh yeah, well that's nothing to worry about. I've just got a very easy mistake to fix here. But it's just in amongst the maybe someone else Eagle I could have seen it, but in amongst the analysis more I had been yeah, and damaged. And if I was slow on the rejuice, yeah, I think that would have been the end of Barbgantuan actually. So instead of my defense going to 0, it goes up to 10,000. So I hardly ever use a full rejuve in a single run now, whereas most runs I'd use 2 or 3 with, well, we'll say 1 or 2 with Berserk and the clear speed. Like I'm talking, it's a couple of percent of that. Still one-shot monsters, but it's just when they're sewn skin, they can take a few whacks. But that's a small price to pay for being just, we'll say, tanky. Never usable to more than hardcore. How's the grind your side there, mate? The magic fine grind you're in, rather.
Good day.
Amp and there's might out there. I don't know where that might's coming from. There. No, not there. There. All the units are here. No.
Lower Caruscus. Starting to get kind of stale.
Ah, right. So you tuned into Trav Walker. Awesome. 10 out of 10 I recommend. What level is he currently at? Oh mate, I don't know what it is about the barb. I think it's the idea of the barb as opposed to necessarily the gameplay, but the tankiness and the, I don't know, it's just the smash nature of them. Smash and grab. It works out well because he's the best character for this in-game activity I'm doing. If I level another character to 99, I mean, it just has a slightly easier time at level 99. Even the Blade of Barber gives a bit more magic on its level. You got a ton of gear ready for him, that's good. Well mate, Oath is pretty good. You can give him that. And the new one, Unbending Will. I didn't even know that existed until recently when someone met it. It's like, what's that rune word? That's how long it's been since I've played online. I should pay attention to what the patch updates bring. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, with good gear. you can't wear a Grief until what, 63? 59. So you're not missing out for now. And well, I reckon it'd be quite rewarding to find your first low room in trap with your barb for your barb to wear. It's cool little finds like that. Yeah. A low rune is not just a low rune in that context, it's more special.
I can't carry anymore.
2 druid skill levels, strength, energy, and mana. But no, because 1, Jalal mains exist, and 2, there's no cast rate on it. Cast rate would have been good. Yeah, I mean, I've never played Singabarb. I think never. So I can't actually answer that question. A Frenzy Barb, you know, well, then again, if you can get 2 spirits on them, 2 spirit swords, and Skin of the Viper Magi, and I don't know, a Schaefer. Schaefer's a bit too high level. Yeah, just a lore or even Sazabi's if you're that close to it. Sazabi sounds pretty cool. The resistances. Surely it'll be. Well, I actually don't know. Play that plus skills and cast rate plus the mana. Oh god, that's I don't like that. It was might be fanaticism. I'll say elite pack.
I am overburdened.
I mean, if you're not against it, just use enable respec. Yeah. Enable respec. Just give it a go with a couple of spirits in the hand, because that's low enough level to use. Let's get the base from Bending River. 6 on it open. Yeah, that might be problematic.
I can't carry anymore.
So what's this? Real sword? No, it goes forward. Oh, that was actually quite a painful time. I
need a key.
I used the Din Slayer. No jokes. The Din Slayer. I think I had 2 of those. With some shales. I did like players 1, and then I used a partial IK set, including the Maul as a whirlwind barb, because it's able to do. I couldn't find the armor. I'm pretty sure I did not have the armor because it's quite rare, right? And that was early days of hardcore. But yeah, that and what I used for the armor, because it was hardcore, I actually made with my first low rune, maybe a mistake in hindsight, but I made Fortitude, but that was for the damage. I thought, well, the damage and the tankiness and the resistances to the all res and the 300 ED, plus the IK more, plus the gauntlets, IK gauntlets, which gives 30 IAS. Plus I think there's 2 shales, so attack speed was pretty good. I was able to clear P8, terrorised zones I think. Well, it wasn't lightning fast, I'm sure, but did the job. And then, what do you know, I found some war strikes at one point, and then what was it, dropped a sorry, so then I became a throw barb. Sorry, I'm just losing track of thought here. yeah, so he journeyed from IK Mall, the partial IK set to the mall, and it is pretty decent. It's like obviously not in game, but yeah, I'd be interested to see what the damage would compare like against, say, a mid-level Moonbird, because there's quite a bit of damage on it, and with the 2 open sockets, plus the 40%, up to 40% crushing blow, you know, it's not nothing, that's for sure. So, it's a long answer to your short question, mate. Yeah, I came all into Throwbar, into, I think I then found a low room, and I think I made an Oath and a Grief once I got the runes, I think. And then 2 Grandfathers for the very end, which absolutely do the job. 2 Grandfathers, I suppose, are strangely more difficult to get than the 2 low runes. In fact, I'd be interested to know. I can't recall. I had Grief in one hand. I'm just going to quickly look. It'll be surely in weapons. What did I use other than Grief? So I would have had a Grief on my hand at one point and another weapon. It's possible. No, I can't recall. I don't think I used Bull Cathos. No. Yeah, I'm just thinking most consequential items for the Barb. I mean, oh, it might have been Kingslayer. You've taken me to a point in the journey with my Barb that I've forgotten because it was really the kind of like mid-later level. None of these. Yes, this is Arby's. I mean, if you can get that, the skills, that's a great helm, I reckon. Superior to the Bull in my mind. Still got it in there for some reason. Yeah, Sandstorm tricks. I'll put them on a sorceress at some point, maybe. I'll look at one more mule, just for a trip down memory lane. Where would it be? This is one right theory management. Items. I think you can get like a Pull rune, you're generally in the money. Yeah. Gallon of Pain. Nah. Items. Could be on Eastwing. I haven't played my Paladin for ages. Just realised. I do have. I've always wanted to try this. Upping 2 Vile Husks and seeing what it would be like in the Mausoleum, the Crypt, as a Frenzy Barb, because you have that huge amount to damage to undead and attack rating. It's like ends up at level 99 like 700% damage to undead and like 1,000 to attack rating. It's huge. So if you dual wielded them, and I've got 2 of them for that reason actually, I just never got around to doing it. Yeah, I mean, maybe I just made, it'd be pretty funny if it was still on him. I think it was Lawbringer. That's right, Lawbringer. Of course, it'll be there. There it is. It's on the barb. There's the answer. Lawbringer is great. That as a frenzy barb only, because chance to cast only does not work with whirlwind. But yeah, that, and I think the I came on once I got the low rune to make a grief. I had a frenzy barb with Lawbringer and grief, which is a pretty good budget build. Well, it's not budget, but you know what I mean. Not if you catch my drift. There you go. Yeah, Sandstorm is good find. Yes, I did all the oovs with the barb, so all these torches, including the one he's wearing, we got with the barb, and honestly, super safe. Just I had Battle Cry maxed out for them. That brings their damage down to like negative 65% and their defense negative 110, so you don't have to worry about attack rating. So you've basically got a 95% chance to hit, which is huge. And Whirlwind Barb with a good leech ring on them, do the Battle Cry. And yeah, like the health pool barely moved, even against Mephisto. But I did have all the gear by that point because he was level 99. I had Thunderglob Vigor and I pre-buffed him, so he had like 90% lightning resistance. Yeah. But yeah, with that gear, it was, I think, like it was safe. Of course, it took it slow, but you know, when I'm spending an hour to farm a set of keys, I don't mind spending 10 minutes odd to take Ubers down, and also knowing that, you know, there's a torches, I'm not going to be like farming them all the time, so I'm going to take my time. Yeah, I even did the first takedown with the grandfather, so even weapons weaker than grief can absolutely relieve us. And almost ridiculously, I actually took the Earth Shifter Thunder Maul. You need Thunder Maul with the Crushing Blow and so on. That was a bit slow. That was slower than Dual Grandfather for sure. And it is F. Could it be the ED? No ED at all. I mean, I don't know if I'd use a Zod, even if I did find a cruel such and such on quickness. There's Bartucks. Let's have a look at the wall boost though. 30 faster run walk with a bit of poison res. That's it. It is slow. Yeah. It does get faster. It does get faster. In game, you can totally do it. You can totally PA bosses. But you just need Reaper's Toll, Dual Grief, and you're away laughing.
Carry anymore.
Yeah, level 35. Yeah, yeah, man, it's slow, but that's part of the satisfaction I found with the barb. Is I remember those days struggling I really was struggling even at level 70. Going slow through Act 1 Hound questing. You know, it just makes it a little bit more special when you do get it up to the point where you can kind of just do any area of the game. Although I wouldn't advise the endurance of hate. All the impossible deaths still haven't gotten a Reaper Soul. Yeah. No, that it does. It is ages, man. Like, same for me. That Reaper's Toll seemed to take forever to drop because it's so instrumental to a great. Well, it's just such a game changer for any melee character, and especially including the Barb. But it will drop, man. It just, yeah, it took a wee while. But I remember the day it dropped, you know, that's like a memorable moment in Barb's career. Like, no jokes. I mean, not yeah, you know. Go for it. We'll have a look at that great bow. I've never seen a bow that would be anything compared to, say, well, Windforce. Windforce is a Windforce, right? Pretty sure, yeah, the Reaper's Soul can drop from the council. Yeah, so you could kill two birds with one stone. Your low room and your Reapers in one run, mate. Take no prisoners. Just give me 1 second, I need to get some water. My heart jumped last stream because I saw dimensional in gold, the dark gold unique colour. So my mind just partially clocked the dimensional, and I immediately thought dimensional shard, but no, it was a dimensional blade. It was Ginter's Rift, and it's just like that game was kind of trolling me. Or maybe I just trolled myself. Rattle cage. It's 25% chance of crushing blow. funnily enough, it depends on where you get your info from, but it's in the pits. It's Schaefer's hammer. Schaefer's hammer is 1 in 90,000 odds with the magic find I'm using. Death's Fathom is 1 in 60,000 odds. I mean, from a drop from an elite. But yeah, so other lists will have will be based on Bale's drop odds, but that's just not the case for me anyway. I'm not killing Bale. It's about half the rarity again to get a Schaefer's. Yeah, I mean, I just found another. What was it? I found another legendary mallet just a few hours ago, but it rolled tornado, stone crusher. In fact, I think it's still sitting in the stash from that run because it was. No, I'll put it away. Yeah, you mate, you'll find one of these. They do drop. Yeah. Well, thank God I found Tyrael's Might, because I think it's. I can't recall what it is with the magic find I've got, but it's like 1 in 200 and something thousand. Yeah, Bale's more likely to drop, but you can only kill Bale once in however many minutes, whereas I'm killing on average, it's not quite 10. Oh, the Skull Collector. This is a cool item. It's 99% better chance to get magic items, 2 little skills. Yeah, just I would say roughly speaking it's about 17 possible drops per run. Because I get about it's not quite 10. It's more like 9. With a 75% chance to hawk each monster per pit run. So that gives me as many chances to get a Death's Fathom or Schaefer's hammer. So yeah, 90 divided by 16, 17. Done the math. It's about an expectation of 4,000 pit runs to have at least within the what was it? What to say? 1 standard deviation. Yes, just as an expectation, it could drop in the next monster, but it also could drop in 8,000 runs, which is a painful thing I don't really want to think about. So it was about 180 hours of pit zerking, or now constant, what do they call it? Pitcentrating. I don't know if I coined that term, but it works for me, whatever the case. I think with no magic find, materials in the pits to drop from a unique or elite monster is 1 in 500,000. That's super ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking when they made those odds. Blizzard, right? Double aura, I'm not a fan. Where is he? Oh, by the way, Fan of War 34. What's that in reference to, mate? I'm intrigued. Oh yeah, no, yeah, with the cold resistances. Stony Tombs are great, mate. I wouldn't bother with anything else. 5% bonus to attack rating with 99% bonus to attack rating. But outside of that, no. Yep, righto, yep, that passes the test. I used to have this email address, it was a Hotmail address of course, that had a pretty strange kind of name, and I had to use it for a bit until I started getting into, well, becoming a bit more of, say, an adult, where I started getting sideways looks, so I got a Gmail account with my first and last name, a bit more straightforward. Well, it's got the pools mod, but no real ED on it. Sacred armor. It's blue. Bone Snap. See what it rolls on the ED. Go up to 300. 265. That's a no. Seen a few. I think the best I've got is 295. I reckon that'd be a passable weapon. If you find it, you can up it. I don't know if it would compete with the IK more though, which is relatively common, relatively, until you start looking for it specifically. Alright man, I think I'm going to do 7 more runs. I'd really love a high rune or something juicy to perk me up, but yeah. I'm just feeling a little bit lethargic here.
Overburdened.
I heard the rune, I heard it drop in my headpiece. When I saw it, I was like, of course. What an awesome point. Yeah, the will dries up a little bit. It's quite proportional to the amount of drops going on. The longest I've had to endure pit running would be, I think, close to 2.5 hours without seeing something like any really noteworthy. Six over top of Warp Pike, but I do have an F one of these. If I ever do make a, I don't know if I would. If I ever found a Zod or another champ, would I cube it up to make a Breath of the Dying? Five more.
Good to see you.
Oh, nice. That should be a nice damage boost for you, I'd imagine. Yeah, you can keep cheesing him. He's a pretty good guy to go for the Reapers. I think it's like 1 in 800 runs, which sounds like a bit, but I mean, if you're going to commit, you may as well commit. Because I mean, in the 800 runs, say, have a good shot at getting Reapers, you should get some pretty sweet other items. Schaefer and you name it.
I can't carry it.
Yeah, if you haven't already kept them, I would suggest for the mid-game. But the level requirement, that's right. The level requirement on the IK move, I think it's like 70 something, which is actually, now that I think about it, that is a bit of a problem. So Bone Snap is good like that, because you can use it early game. That and the gloves, so keep the gloves in the back. I'm sure you might have gloves in the bout, IK bout. There's 2 of those items, and the boots I think are great. They give you 25% IAS, which is just, and 10% life leech, I think, and 10% mana. I can't recall. But like, it's hard to beat that in the early game. You can wear the boots and the gloves pretty easy, pretty early, I think. You should have spirit scenes already right for your sorcerer, so that's one for your sing and barb setup if you do go that way. But I don't play a barb to be a caster, I suppose. It's too similar to just being like a Novasaur. Nah, it's probably, unless the clear speed is like significantly faster, 30 magic find is going to add up more. You'd have to do the calcs, but I'm going to say pretty high degree of certainty, nah, the 30 magic find will trump the run time being a couple seconds slower, but it really depends on what your average run time is. You can put it in the sit-ups and drop calculator. But yeah, it depends what your magic find's already at. Because if your magic find's at 0 and then going up to 30, that's a huge difference. Whereas if your magic find's at 670, like mine, going up another 30 points is seriously only another % or 2 effective magic find. So it gets a little complicated, but unless you clear, your run time's reducing by like 10% or something in total, I don't think it would be worth it dropping your enemy.
I need a key.
If on the other hand you're trying to level up and you need the damage, that'll probably be the time when you go, yeah, okay, I've got, I'm only doing a few more runs. Okay, I think it's 3 more. Yeah, well you can check, I mean, whatever the, you'd have to get to the point where you're pretty much timing your runs, but I suppose like play the game how you feel, because there's a few things you can do, like people, and I'm the same, like people like their trap bar to a hawk at 105, the fastest, well, no, the second fastest breakable, but really that only changes the total run time by about 2 seconds. and the gear kind of swaps that you have to make to do that. You lose out on other things, and it's like, well, actually, like people just like a run that feels good, and like you can do that. You can sustain those runs a lot longer than a run that you feel like you're missing out. So the human factor is definitely part of it too. But the math side is like, you'd have to get onto Phillips's drop calculator, see what the drop odds are, and how many less runs you would expect to do. I mean, now I'm interested. Do you? Oh, well, I suppose just ask the question. What do you use a drop calculator to kind of give you an idea of how much you might expect to grind for something? 2200. Come on, it's not bad. No fools mod. If it was ETH, that would be amazing. Yeah, so that would be my real answer would be have a quick look, see what your opportunity cost is like, because it might be like 50 more runs without that 30 magic find, and you know it might go from 800 to 850, and it's like, well, that's an hour's grinding, and it's like if you're saving, you know, your run time was say 100, well, it wouldn't be 100 seconds. Your run time might be like, yeah, it might be 100 seconds. And if you're saving like 10 seconds a run, that's a 10% decrease in time. So, yeah, you can see where I'm going with that. I mean, who knows? But it's getting down to the wire, then it's kind of much more muchness. But maybe you could kill them, you know, on players 7 rather than players 5. That can be a factor also. So you can have a play with it. But hey, maybe you're a bit like me, you just want to try out your new fancy gear for a bit. Because I mean, just, you know, part of the aim is just to enjoy the game. I've only learned to really try and make the most of that, rather than just grinding the most efficient way and not really caring how I feel, just like the idea of the goal rather than the journey. And it's like, it's a different style of playing. And it's like, yes, I'm a bit ironic to say that as I'm doing the pits for the Grail. I don't know. Shooters again. I found shooters this morning. Gold. Let's see. I was 1 to the skills. It was horrible roll. Let's have a look. Come on. And it rolls again. That's the third of shooters with 1 to sorcerer skills I've got. This is getting, it's uncanny. That is just, that's horrible. I am amazed. What is the chances? I mean, it's more likely that I'd get a 3 at this point in the way. 3 shooters. I mean, in the last week. that have all rolled 1 to the sort skills. Yeah, it's I mean, absolutely, if you find it, it's a great item to use in the meanwhile, but there's things like Hoto, Heart of the Oak rather, and I mean even the Spirit Sword, I mean, just because of the sizable. What am I saying? Lost my train of thought. Yeah, in game wise, a really good roll 1 can be great on a Nova Sorceress. 3 to sort skills and 20 for the lightning skill damage. But it basically needs to be perfect to outdo whatever else. Alright. Is that going to be the only drop? We've got 2 more runs. A rare Hydra Bow though. Seeing that is not so painful. It would have been a couple months ago when I had not found Wind Force. But I've found 3 now, which is just unreal. I don't even know what's best in slot for a Nova Sorceress weapon. It's probably just the Hoto, Heart of the Oak. That's what I'm using anyway. What was it? Okay, whatever. It's been a bit light on the runes actually, now that I think of it. It's a rare occasion, it's the first time I've had to use a full rejuve in a while. Come on, F with Fool's mod. But I mean just the ED, no IAS, and if you're being a real stickler, no sockets. Alright. Just rare. Okay, this is the last one. Surely we can pull something out of the bag. Anything notable your side, mate? Mephisto being, well, Snow Clash is great. Especially for leveling, I reckon. Well, then again, maybe you want to level with more MF. Decisions. fast monsters. Here we go.
I am overburdened.
Colossal sword.
I can't carry
Is
it.
it F? No. Well. Okay. Well, for an hour's grinding, getting one of shooters is, you know, it's something. Definitely not what we're after though. Could have traded that sorcerer specific item in for a Death Fathom. Righto, mate. Well, just good talking. Hope the grind with your sorceress goes well. And yeah, you need to. Oh yeah, require level 54. So I'm just looking at Lordbringer. When you can get your barb up a few levels. Yeah, low level runewords might be the go. Otherwise, you just have fun, mate. Right. Yeah, not so much luck, but I mean, I have had some pretty serious drops lately, and those were the most serious. In fact, I think they're the most serious boots I've ever found. 105, and the total on the resistances, like that's super rare. But yeah, sticklers are going to be like 30 fast and run walk, and the dexterity could have been, I think, 15. I think it's either 15 or 8. It's like, yeah, okay, but still, 105 and resistances on your boots is pretty nice, no matter which way you cut it, with or even without the faster run walk. So especially for hardcore. So yeah, like, I can't complain. Right, mate. Well, yeah. Until next time. Have a good one. Cheers for joining.